This is Jen and Nikina on Eyesurgeontalks, and I thought I would talk about how we anaesthetize eyes for surgery. How do we make sure that you feel no pain and the eye is nice and numb and comfortable for the operation? Well, the simplest way of doing this is just putting some drops on the eye. Local anaesthetic drops are used routinely in operations such as cataract surgery and in other minor procedures, and it results in a painless operation. It does mean that you have some sensation remaining, so you will feel some movement and some pressure at times, but you shouldn't feel any pain. A deeper anesthetic we use is something called a subconjunctival anesthetic, which is where we inject a bit of anesthetic just under the surface skin of the eye, similar to injecting it into the skin if you're having a skin procedure. This acts a little bit deeper, but again, it doesn't numb the whole eye completely fully, and you will still feel some pressure. Another very common anesthetic technique, which we use for a lot of operations, and certainly in my practice in retina, this is the one I will use the most, and this is called a subtenons anesthetic. And this is where we actually don't use any needles, but we put a blunt cannula with a syringe with anesthetic in it. We put that around the side of the eye so that it reaches around behind the eye. And we put that right where the little nerves run, and the anesthetic affects all the nerves together, and it gives a really nice deep block so that the whole area around the eye goes numb. Super comfortable for the patient. Can mean the vision gets blurred as well for the duration of the surgery, but it's super comfortable. Other anesthetics, such as peribulbar or retrobulbar, are still used occasionally, but they've gone a little bit more out of practice in recent years because of certain rare risks associated with them. And then, of course, for the rare cases when we do need to put you to sleep, we often have that facility for general anesthetic, but in eyes, we will not use that very often.